Hey guys, welcome to Screen Ross. Thought I'd do a new video. So I actually saw Avatar Fire and Ash for the second time this morning. And I thought I would just do a follow-up video onto my previous reaction / review. So I think I said in the previous video that I was umming and ahhing about where I would rank it out of the three films. And I think actually, after I've seen it for the second time, I might say it might be my favorite of the three Avatar films. Now I would heavily caveat that because I think, to give that some context, obviously I think the first one, in terms of new concept, the novelty, the creativity, seeing everything for the first time, obviously nothing is going to beat the first one. But that withstanding, I guess I'm coming at this from a more of a repeat viewing perspective, because when you look at the second one is very focused on, obviously being called The Way of Water, is very focused on the water area in the sea and that. So the reason I kind of feel like Fire and Ash is actually the best of the three is because I think it has the biggest variety of all of the Avatar films. There's a lot of greatest hits stuff in there. There's basically a lot of stuff you've seen in the first one, a lot of stuff you've seen in the second, all in the third one, in addition to lots of new stuff. So I think in terms of just rewatchability, Avatar Fire and Ash actually has the most variety in terms of set pieces, characters, storylines. You've got the flying sequences, you've got the water sequences, but then you've also got new villains. You've got sequences in the industrial world. You've got the stuff with Awa. You've got the more spiritual stuff. You've got the different interactions, the different dynamics between multiple characters. You've got a variety of action scenes throughout the whole film. Very emotional moments between the main characters. You've got great story beats, high concepts. And like I said, don't get me wrong, there is a lot of repeated stuff in Fire and Ash. A lot of this stuff has been set up or seen in previous films, where you have like the flying sequence at the end. Obviously, we've seen a flying battle before. We've seen fights underneath the water before. But to see those combined with additional elements on a much grander scale, I really feel like Avatar Fire and Ash has the best of all the films in one. Probably a little bit Return of the Jedi to draw a comparison with Star Wars, in that there was a lot of stuff in Return of the Jedi that had been in Empire Strikes Back and A New Hope that was then expanded upon, reused in the third installment. And I think Avatar Fire and Ash does a very similar thing. And also, just rewatching it, I really like Farang, the new main baddie. I think her and Quaritch make a great evil pair. They really are the polar opposite of Jake and Neytiri. I don't feel like, obviously Quaritch has been in both of the previous films. Having him with a more side, not really a side character, I guess, more of a partner character, really creates a villain and an antagonist for Jake and the Sully family to fight against, which I thought was really compelling, really interesting. It also builds to probably one of the biggest climaxes we've had in the Avatar films. Compared to the end of The Way of Water, it kind of feels like a bit of a skirmish in comparison. I feel like Fire and Ash has this huge scale airborne battle, which then has the water fight underneath, which then concludes with a more of a one-on-one fight with all the other characters heavily involved in different parts. You've got the sequence in the industrial city where Neytiri goes to save Jake, which I think is awesome. We definitely haven't seen anything like that in the Avatar films before. You've got the jungle sequences, the rainforests sequences at night. Genuinely just feel the best film of the three. Like I said at the start, doesn't have the novelty factor because a lot of this stuff has been reintroduced in the first and second film. But in a pure viewing experience, now I've seen three, I think Fire and Ash is the most rewatchable of the three. Definitely, I think, my favorite. I'm looking forward to seeing it a third time in the cinema. Because I genuinely feel seeing it on the big screen is the way to view it. But yeah, having seen it for the second time, I just wanted to share my additional reaction. What do you guys think? Maybe we could have some comments below. Again, if you like what I'm doing here, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll catch up with you next time. Cheers. Thanks, guys.